Alright, looks like we're live. Alrighty, so today we're going to be playing as the Defect. Depending on how much time I spend streaming today and how many wins I get, obviously, is going to determine what I do next, but my goal for today is to get a Defect win for YouTube, and then kind of just cycle characters or maybe play co-op later. Who knows? But anyway, let's see what we can make work with the Defect today. Silken Tress, everybody's favorite new ad for Meow's Blessings. Let's see what the map looks like before we go committing to any options, because honestly, I'm not against taking the Pearl either. 150 gold at an early shop can be a pretty big power boost. It's like a lot of fighting. Sheesh. The path on the right has the 3 easy combats, 2 events, and a shop. So if I don't take too much damage from these, then get a 150 gold power boost for the shop, this elite seems very, very doable. If I take stress, then I have to go... Definitely have to go to the left and do a hard combat. Into the fire. Sheesh, that is a lot of fighting. Yeah, the path I'm seeing right now, it looks like it's the least likely to kill me and make me strong, is definitely this way. Because once we get past that elite I was talking about, it looks like we get 2 campfires and a chest. Honestly, I'm not even opposed to taking this elite right after a campfire. It's going to be Mother Lagavulin, which isn't really one of the harder bosses for Act 1. Alright, so I definitely think I'm committing to the right, and I'm definitely going to be taking Pearl so that I am as prepared as possible for that elite right after the shop. Alright, let's see what happens. Easy combats, go! Immediately taking 4 chip, not great. Oh, at least we full block the next one. Keep the chip bleeding. Alright, first combat, we took 4 chip. That's not that bad. Compact definitely is a card I want to get eventually. I'm not sure I want to start with it. I think Glasswork kind of gives me the best of both worlds here, where it's block and a bit of offense and AoE. So, yeah, moving on. Alright, gotta start with the dual cast. Of course, I hit each of them. Alright, taking 1 chip. It's 5 so far. Ouch. Taking 6 there. So 7 from this fight so far. Alright, and he definitely doesn't survive, so that's the extent of the fight. So 10 chip total so far, but it looks like we just got ourselves a Glacier or a Null. Shoot. So it looks like this deck, from early indications, is going to be cycling orbs. At least that's what it looks like. I think we want Glacier. I very rarely pass on that, although Null was a good option. That's 10 block right there. We'll block this combat. Glacier immediately paying for itself. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, now Glacier makes hallway fights way more manageable. And fight over. Fish oil, glad to see it. That's tough, because as far as damage commons are concerned, I don't think that there's much better than Claw. Deck isn't really into cycling right now, and Ball Lightning could be a very good way to keep our orbs cycling. And Ball Lightning is an excellent damage common as well. So it's basically Claw is Law or Ball Lightning. I feel like with the shop upcoming, there's a very strong possibility that I get some more zero costs like Beam Cell or Go for the Eyes. Claw kind of fits right in. I'll take a Claw. Alright, the rats. I think I'll save the potion for the elite. Okay, that's pretty good. Ow. Gonna use Glasswork first. So we're full blocking already with the Ice Orbs and the 5 block. Alright, so I mean, I took some chip, but I think I have enough health to survive the elite with this potion. Cool-headed. Ooh. Still looking for synergies within my kit, so I'm not sure I want to add a colorless just yet, especially when I'm hemorrhaging health. So let's see what we get. Okay, Bleeding Hologram. We have a very defense-heavy deck, but Hologram is a welcome addition to any deck as far as I'm aware. Synchronize is a consideration, but it's not upgraded, and I'm only cycling Glass, Lightning, and Ice, which I guess is beneficial, but again, I play it once. I don't get to play this more than once in the Elite, so it's way less value. We'll take a Hologram. There's the Feral, so I'm immediately rewarded. Regal Pillow kind of makes me feel a lot safer in a run, so I think I'm going to take the Pillow. And I also want a Turbo. Okay, moving on. Time for the Elite. So, taking this potion more so for the dexterity, because this guy can hurt if you let him. And I don't want to get hurt. Good turbo, good showing up. We'll head. Defend. Okay, 4 damage. It's an elite, so expect to take some damage, obviously. Alright, I think keeping 3 ice orbs against this particular guy, yeah, immediately paying off. Glacier is always the play. Oof, 20 damage, sheesh. More Glasswork. Probably could have gotten away with it, but I'm about to reshuffle my deck, and I don't think I want the more voids. Plus, being able to dual cast that basically cemented this. Alright, fight over. The elite wasn't as dangerous as I had anticipated. Akabeko. There's the beam cell that I'm looking for. Now we can go and heal up basically to maximum because of our pillow. Thank you, Regal Pillow. I always feel better when I have it. Next campfire, and now I'm way over the line for an upgrade, so... The problem is that there's a few good upgrades here. Hologram, Claw, Feral, and Beam Cell all need upgrades, and we're about to fight an Elite, which is probably the Damage Race Elite, which makes me think that the Vulnerable will be most necessary. I guessed wrong. Oh well, we can still win this, I think. Yeah, we'll take some minimal chip. It's an elite again, but, like, yeah. Interesting. So we're definitely killing you. Take 7 damage off the field. Okay, I think the fight's basically over. I don't think these things scale nearly fast enough to even land another hit on me. Let's see. Glasswork, Glacier. Maybe I should have let the Glass Orb hit him. I'm not sure. Interesting. It's gonna deal... Let's dual cast this. Okay, so that wasn't that bad. Still at a... Oh my god, that's an all for one. So, immediately, I am thinking to myself, I'm a genius. I picked the Claw. Gotta pick the Claw when you see it. Alright, we're still looking for more upgrades, so right now I think we want Claw upgrade for scaling. I am not opposed to getting another Elite, spending some money at the shop, and then Regal Pillow healing for this fight. That does sound pretty good, actually. Plus, I think I'm most fit for the damage race. Turbo, Glasswork. All for one, Turbo. And then draw 5 more cards. Oh my, okay. Glacier. So, if I don't take damage on this fight, does that just mean that I don't need to even use the pillow? I mean, it's looking that way. Man, I used Turbo so much already. Oh boy. And there's the split. Probably gonna get Feral in play next turn. Oh boy. Okay, he's gonna start hurting. I want to keep these Ice Orbs for this particular attack. Oof. There are the Voids. A little bit of a punishment there. 17 damage. Ouch. Oh my god, that is a 36. Woo! Okay. Still, okay, I could definitely draw a card here. There's Beam Cell. Okay, so we will end up using our Regal Pillow. But that's okay. Not sure I want any of these cards. Yeah, I don't think so. Glacier, Glasswork, Cool-Headed, Hologram. A Hologram needs an upgrade for sure, but I just can't afford it unless this shop has some kind of miracle healing. Looks like the extent of this shop is going to be some weakness application and a card remove. Which is good. Which is good. Alright, and then we just heal up. 53 health, and with the way the deck is sitting, I think it could handle Lagavulin. Definitely want to get my powers in play first, though. Just like that. One more turn of sleep. All my zero costs at the bottom here, huh? Alright, so he's vulnerable for 4 turns. She's vulnerable, I'm sorry. I misgendered you. Please forgive me. Alright, so claw scaling. I think we want to apply weakness here. Then bring back our claw. So I think I definitely damage race this thing down. Look at where its health is at. I definitely needed the heal, obviously, but regardless. And then dual cast shows up and even cements this even further. Gotta make sure I use those letter opener procs every chance I get to. Don't have any all-for-one targets right now. Guess I could play Turbo, Glacier, all-for-one, Defend. Alright, he's dead next turn. Good fight. Gotta finish it with the claw. Excellent potion, and with Potion Belt, we may be able to hold on to this until a much-needed time later down the line. Ooh. Second all-for-one. That's not bad. Super Critical is good too, but my deck isn't super expensive outside of Feral and all-for-one. I think I want the second all-for-one. Heal me up. The double block minion. I'm down. That could be actually very, very useful later on. Anyway, as for pathing, I don't want an early shop with 100 golds. This is a much more acceptable shop, and it gives me a lot of campfires before this elite. And then I could dodge this elite if I want with a potentially less useful shop, or if I save my money here, I could use it there. Or if I'm just feeling incredibly powerful, I could go for the second elite. But I do think that this path looks the most lucrative, if that made sense. Alright, moving on. Look at my little minion. Cute. Well, that was eventful. That is tough. I think I want to use Glacier to set up for his big attack, because I am not going to be breaking through that, I think. Ah, there's the all-for-one, but I have 2 all-for-ones. I was correct to set up for this. And I had my little minion. Yeah, that's just a little chip. Nothing major. 5 damage. I think all-for-one basically breaks his shields. Yeah. Alright, theoretically, with 2 vulnerable and 26 health, he should be dead. Yeah. I'm not sure if how this applies between combats. I don't take it very often, but I guess we're gonna find out. Charge Battery. I do love Charge Battery as a card, and I feel like I am just a little lacking in the defense department. We'll take that. Moving on. Oh boy. Good thing we got a block potion. And the minion does reactivate itself between combats. Okay, so that's great. Huh. Droplet of Cognition is definitely not worth using on this fight of all fights. Although Fire Pot is definitely worth it, I think. And I don't even need to use the block pot because I have the Gorge It, so 17 is more than 16. Yeah, no, Fire Pot was correct. No letter opener, but that's okay. Turbo. Draws a card. All for one. Fight over. Do I want a second charge battery? Still don't really have any Eon Glass answers yet, and I might be wanting to look into those. Iteration is definitely an option. I'll give it a shot. Alright, time to go. Events. With Regal Pillow and 60 health, this ain't a bad time to take the cheese, but it is Act 2, and I feel like I'm not taking a lot of combats to really proc it very often, so I think I'm going to go with the common cards. So there's my second claw. Beautiful. Do I want a second turbo? That could be useful. Stratagem is an underrated power in my opinion. But is it better than getting 2 potions? I don't think so. I'm gonna grab the potions. Fill out my potion belt. Ew, big frog. Huh. Again, I don't want to use Droplet of Precognition for a hallway fight. Big Frog has potential to do damage, though, which is the issue. I need to save my little buddy's double block for next turn, which means I can't really use the hologram for anything special here. I think the play is just Claw, all for one Claw, and then end turn. Alright, with 3 Gorge It and a double block from my pal here. Maybe even a block potion here. I got 2 of them. Yeah, no, I can't be playing all these attacks when he has 5 thorns. That's crazy. I think the correct play is block potion, full block with Gorge It, and then dual cast. And we'll get our letter opener proc. Gotta keep that in mind. Alright, definitely Glacier. Nice, letter opener. I feel like letter opener is going to get me a lot of damage over the rest of this run, actually. And full block. Good. There's our Feral. But do we want that over null? Gonna put his thorns up and attack next turn and making him weak for next turn. I think that's actually safer. Iteration. Is that better than the damage? Yes. Alright, and now we have double block, Ice Orb in the front, weakness on the enemy. Just in time for no block cards being drawn. Block potion. End turn. Annoying. Glacier. And hologram. Cell. Okay, fight over. I played that very carefully. Sometimes you can't help the draw. Compact, so we did get an Eon Glass answer outside of iteration, which is good. 56 health means that I feel more than comfortable upgrading something. Thinking probably the Feral. I'm tired of being unable to play it when I draw it. And that's part of my scaling. This fight is potentially dangerous as well. Computer's messing up. Alright, looks like I'm back. Sorry about that. The computer seemed to have a little technical difficulty. Alright, looks like I'm back. Thankfully, I was able to fix it, and we can continue our run from where we left off. For the YouTube video, I will definitely be, obviously editing around this, but yeah. Anyway, back where... Looks like it's fixed itself. Alrighty, let's see if we can make this fight work out. I don't want to use Droplet of Precognition if I can help it for this part. Edit. Strike. Alright, and then we'll eat 4 so that I could get double block for next turn. Oh, right. We also have the Gorgeous, so we still full blocked. I think I will use the energy potion here. Glacier. Claw. Right now I have 12, 15, plus 6, 21 block, and 20 damage incoming if I keep the Toxic, which means I can afford to hit him really, really hard. Very nice. It does mean that the status stays, unfortunately, but I think that's fine. We're just gonna try to block as much as we can here. Ow. 8. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna get our Beam Cell back, a Turbo back, a Claw back. That's not bad. And then we just full block here. Barrel. And fight over. So, honestly, not as much chip as it could have been. Very happy about that. Go for the eyes. Complete the holy trifecta, or is null good enough weakness application? I think with Feral, go for the eyes becomes a lot better. And it's a target for all for one. I'll take it anyway. You can never have too much weakness, in my opinion. Candelabra. I honestly love the Chandelier, Lantern, and Candelabra relics. Great line. Right, we're gonna be fighting an elite right after this. So I think I'm gonna use my Regal Pillow to just max out my health here. That would have been nice. Oh well. Definitely need more potions, so we'll take that. Still feeling pretty strong, honestly. Hmm. So... No. Then a cool-headed and a claw. Cool. And now we have double block for this turn. But do I want to use it for this turn when he's going to do his triple attack next turn? This is the Swift Potion, I think. We don't have Feral in play yet, which means we definitely want to do that. Tough decisions to be made right here. So we're full blocking. Don't need to play any other skills this turn. He's going to be dealing 18 next turn, but I have full ice now. And I didn't draw a single block anyway, so... Alright. We've been doing a very good job at mitigating Dorito's damage. But for now, I think the obvious play is hologram into all for one, and then all for one. And then we'll just do our double claw. Alright. I don't think the elite could have gone much better than that, really. Good relic, especially when I play all for one and get 4 block for it. There's a few cards I would get extra block for. Glacier, all for one. Honestly, and null. Yeah, so my weakness application, my pull back all the zeros, and my big block all cost 2, get the benefit of the intimidating helmet. I feel like just recently I was playing a Necrobinder run where I underestimated just how valuable intimidating helmet is, and it really is just Danse Macabre when you think about it as a relic. It's really good. Alright, we'll skip that. I think with how that fight went, we can definitely handle another elite. I think we handle Entomancer just a bit better than we handle the Decimillipede. Especially when I have Droplet of Precognition here. And we get a heal right afterwards with Regal Pillow if it goes shit, so... I think that's the correct play. And we got a chest for our trouble. So 2 more health going into this fight. 64. It's Decimillipede, which is fine. But we definitely want to play this. Might want to use the Droplet here. Although I'm not sure yet. Get a double block this turn, which is good. So charge battery. Full-headed. That's the glacier. Dang. And the letter opener. I gotta remember letter opener, especially in AoE fights. New chip coming through off of that. Sheesh. Huh. Reshuffles my entire deck here. Is the play to search out a claw? That's crazy, but it might be. I think so. Upgraded claw. Turbo. That removes him, and now I have 5 energy left for the other potion. Which means... bring back the claw, and claw deals enough damage to remove him. Okay, I mean, that cost me a lot of potion value, but Decimillipede, well, without taking damage is a bit of an accomplishment, so... irritating. I think wanna play remove you from the entire equation. We'll cast charge banner. Hey, still managed to keep our health. Hey, I see somebody is in the chat. Yes, I'm reading chat. Glad to see Benson. Yale Benson, is that pronounced correctly? Hope you're having a good day today. Thank you for joining up. Well, it says I have 1 viewer currently, so if that's you, I'm glad that you're here. Enjoy your stay. I'm going to continue this Decimillipede fight and see if we can get ourselves a win today. Oh boy. Decimillipede taken care of. Unceasing top, potentially useful. You never know. I don't need another turbo. I already have null and a go for the eyes. Compile driver, I'm not really focused on orbs. Not really looking for too much card draw, honestly. Well, I guess I do have enough variety to make it potentially consistent card draw. But I think I'm still gonna skip it. My deck is at 27 cards, so I don't need to add anything unnecessary to it. Alright, next upgrade. I think we want to upgrade our next claw, but Hologram has been sitting here patiently waiting. I think we're going to upgrade Hologram, especially since we were able to maintain that high health after 2 elite fights. Alrighty. This fight, potentially scary. I have Unceasing top now, so these turbos mean that I could probably fish for some defense. So normally this would be a bad draw. This relic that I literally just got completely saving us here. Iteration in play, so the voids don't hurt as much either. No. Weak. That's good. I mean, it pulls back my turbos for more Unceasing top shenanigans. Sure. Oh my, this is getting a bit silly, isn't it? And then there's the curse. But honestly, I full block. I applied debuffs to all of them and did pretty good damage to each of them. That's a great way to start the fight. But now do we... Yes, I think we succeed in killing... We might actually kill this claw this turn. Oh my. Oh, that's insane. Okay. for one. Man, we have so many voids waiting for us in the next draw cycle. Good thing we're killing them way faster than that. Yeah, now he has a ton of potentially cycle through even more, but I don't see any reason to do that right now. How many voids am I looking at right now? That's the real question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 voids. Oh my. Yeah, we want to play Glacier this turn. And maybe Charge Battery will nullify when we cycle through and get some more voids. Oh, this turn looks like it came out pretty alright. And that's why we upgrade Hologram. Ah, that's a shame. Alright, here are the voids. No voids. Essence of Darkness, great potion to hold on to. There is an event, I believe, that could happen in all 3 acts where the rarity of your potion determines what kind of rarity your card reward will be in exchange for it. So holding on to this might actually just be a rare card, upgraded card reward later. Adaptive Strike. I mean, with 2 all-for-ones, Adaptive Strike can actually get out of hand really quickly. Definitely another card that needs an upgrade, though. But it also makes cycling with Unceasing Top a lot more fun, too. I don't see Multicaster Spinner being particularly beneficial here. Like, I got my AoE's worth out of Glass Orbs with my Glasswork defense. I definitely think I'm going to take the Adaptive Strike and head on up. Interesting. With the way this deck works, I have Regal Pillow, so I could probably afford to cook at a few rest sites and then get a big heal with the pillow later. Your turn, add a random attack. Play this turn. Okay, so Tanks is giving me some options here. I'm seeing a lot of campfires, actually. And then Eon Glass. Right now, my Eon Glass answer seems to be a single compact and iteration, maybe hologram to replay the compact. I think I want to upgrade compact, though. The more fuels I could add, it's also more things to pull back with all for one. But as far as tanks is concerned, the attacks that the crossbow puts into my deck, unfortunately, become full cost later when I redraw them, and can't really be pulled back with all for one as far as I'm aware, so that's not nearly as good. I think I'm pretty sold on the Meat Cleaver. See how many uses of it we can get. Don't want to use our little buddy yet. He's not attacking. Let's not forget. Alright, buddy. No. It actually might be worth my while just to... this. Yeah, and now we still have our buddy for the next big attack. letter opener for the kill. Upgraded, go for the eyes. A white noise, free power. Already upgraded. I think I could be sold on the benefits of a free power, especially now that I'm going to be trimming my deck of the strikes and defends with the meat cleaver. Moving on to the next fight. Little minigun boys. Good thing we have double block. Chip. Ouch. Give him the weakness. I love this helmet, man. So good. And Adaptive Strike on its initial play will also get me block. That's pretty convenient. And Unceasing top cycling? Sure. Stops at the Alpha one. Oh well. Not attacking this turn, so it should be pretty straightforward. Yeah, Alpha 1 is still in the draw. Double block on Compact, but it doesn't really matter. He's only dealing 15 because of his weakness. Alright, he's dead next turn. Goodbye. Wow, we got some real good potions, actually. Hologram. I have so many things that need upgrades. I don't know if I could afford anything else that's unupgraded right now. Alright, and I think I will probably... Oh! The event I was just talking about. I already have the rare attack in Adaptive Strike, so I don't think I want to get rid of my Ritual Potion. Power Potion for a common attack? I definitely don't need that. A rare power, though. This could be like Echo Form, I guess to a lesser extent Coolant. Let's see. As I said, I don't care about the Essence of Darkness, really. I mostly held on to it for this event, so let's see what we get. We're fighting the Queen, so upgraded Machine Learning actually helps this deck a ton against her. Especially since Unceasing Top can't work against her. Just realized that. So yeah, as much as I want to take Echo Form because it's silly and adds to my overall power, my scaling is also pretty much complete with the Adaptive Strikes, Claws, and All for Ones, and Feral. I don't need any more of that. We'll take a Machine Learning. Alright, shop. Relics. Card remove is good. Turn 1 energy, though. I think I'm gonna go with the turn 1 energy. That's a good use of my money. Fighting the Owl Magistrate. Hey. Drawing both of my all-for-ones on turn 1, though. Oof. Candelabra to proccing turn 2, which is great. And Ascender's Bane. Alrighty. I do like playing around Unceasing Top when I'm given the chance. It's a pretty rare relic. I don't get to see it very often, so... good. Definitely should have waited for my little buddy for that, actually. That's alright. Barrel, charge battery, and... It's 10. I'll live. Buddy's back. So, cool-headed. Wanna... hologram the cool-headed. What a lame turn. Strike, I guess. Eesh. Okay. So... weakness... and all for one the turbo back, actually. More weakness, turbo, and glacier. And we full block and dealt damage and got rid of 3 voids from the cycling. Well, so far, so good. I think, and now I'm no expert, but I do think that he's probably dead this turn. Okay. Boot sequence. Absolutely. Alrighty, now we can start cooking. Get rid of these strikes. Get ourselves some more maximum health to work with. Treasure. Ooh, an extra dexterity. Never hurt. More cooking, please. Get rid of a strike and a defend. I can remove this with the next campfire, actually. A clumsy and a defend to be removed. And get a free relic out of it. Especially since I don't have any more shops on the pathing. I think I'm sold. Alright, and then cook. Get rid of clumsy and defend. Wow, my health is looking pretty good. Alright, okay, so this fight is potentially dangerous. Very spooky fight. Machine learning, claw. Well, that's the problem with boot sequence, I suppose. But I feel like I can fish pretty deep into my deck and get a pretty big head start. Especially now that the strikes have been removed. I kill one last, the other two have more damage. I appreciate the tip, sir. And welcome back to the stream. Hope you're having a good day today. Yeah, I understand that. I think you're coming into this run just a little bit late because this deck kind of goes really, really hard with Unceasing top and fishes pretty deep. So let's see what we can actually make happen on this turn right here. So we're gonna definitely boot sequence. It's gonna consume my little buddy, but honestly, I think it's better to have the buddy 2 turns from now than 1 turn from now. Turbo, and then all for 1. Claw, turbo, and now we start fishing. Cool-headed, another all for 1. Claw, turbo. Ah, we got stuck. Oh well. Don't worry, I think the fight will go pretty well regardless. White noise. Ooh, bulk up. That's pretty solid. Beam cell. Another beam cell. Go for the eyes. He's gone now. And then we block. Dual cast. Turbo. Keep fishing. Keep fishing. Oh, we have hologram and we have enough energy to pull back an all for 1. So here's all for one. Kill you. Keep fishing, keep fishing, keep fishing, keep fishing. Yeah, see, I'm pretty sure that this fight is pretty locked and loaded. See, I didn't even take a single damage. I knew what I was doing. But I do appreciate the tip. In a run that's less OP than this, you would be correct. That would be the ordering. This run, I am not super worried about hallway fights. Claw plus, yes please. Alright, I will ask you in the chat since you're here then. I have 100 out of 109 health, 1 campfire left with Regal Pillow. Do I take the elite, or do I go for an event? I am not super familiar with how Act 3... Oh. Well, I'm about to talk myself into the elite, because honestly, if I get the mirror, I'll be very angry. So, I will not do that. The mirror would be a very poor thing to have right now. Barrel. Machine learning. Get the double block from boot sequence. Cool-headed. Alright, we want to focus on the take my upgrades away knight. He's pretty scary. And Ascender's Bane. Always drawing into that, I swear. Alright, claw. Another claw. Adaptive strike. All for one. We got both of our turbos back. Keep clawing. Adaptive strike kills. Now we kill you. Iteration. That. All for one. Now we can claw you. Adaptive strike, 2 turbos. Full cast, white noise. Okay. Like, I don't need to narrate everything that's happening right now. I'm pretty sure everybody can see what's happening. I'm pretty strong, I think. And a data disk for my trouble. Yeah, the fact that I was able to handle that particular elite without any trouble whatsoever makes me think that I'm pretty stacked. But now, do I cook or do I upgrade? I feel like a compact upgrade into Eon Glass looks really good, but removing my last 2 defends so I could cycle easier might be really good too. Tough. Still here? I think I want compact upgrade more because Eon Glass will be a pain in the ass if I don't. Alright. I think I will use a power potion for this. Sounds like my fiance just came back home. Give me a sec. Yeah, no, Compact Plus was definitely the play for Eon Glass. I'll be right back. I just want to go say hi. I'll be right back. Alrighty, back for the game. Barrel was great to receive from the power potion, actually, because that lets me get rid of Artifact with my Go for the Eyes. And the weakness potion, so just get rid of all of the Artifact right now. Double block with sequence. Get machine learning in play, charge battery. Now we're full blocking. Definitely means that I can't cycle with Unceasing Pop as soon as I get a Wither, though. That sucks. Alright, iteration, very important to get in play. I specifically took this power simply for this fight. Ascender's Bane is in hand, so we can't cycle with this turbo either. So we're just gonna have to rely on getting everything scaled up quickly. Ouch. White noise. Capacitor. All for one. So now that we have Compact Plus in hand, I can play all the cards I want. Give me everything. Getting another Wither for that. Wing. Now we can pull back even more cards with All for One. And I will. I think I actually might scale fast enough that he won't be able to flood me yet. Let's see what happens. So... hologram to All for One. A team cell. All for One. Then we can claw, 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 claw. Team cell, turbo, open the eyes. Bull-headed. And claw. And I think that's lethal. Oh man, that went very well. And I still managed to save the ritual potion for the second boss fight. Alrighty. Alright, we're gonna drink our ritual potion for the last fight of the run. And... so we definitely want to full block. Get our Feral and Machine Learning in play. There's nothing to do with this, but I mean, I do need to attack, I guess. I think the plan for this particular fight is going to be to scale up the claws on killing the front guy, and then kind of just use the full powered claws on the queen after the fact. At least that's my working plan. So now he's weak for his triple attack, which is good. Ouch. Making a little bit of chip. Nothing particularly I want to pull back with All for One either, really. Fight noise. Trash the treasure, that's pretty good. So when I play my turbos, I'll be able to get orbs for it. And I get our double block with Compact. All for One. And I just keep you weak for as long as I can. Right, so 6 damage coming through. I'm still at 80 health. I'm feeling pretty healthy. Feeling like hologram, All for One, then All for One. Go to get the glacier out. Loss of burn. And keep him more weak, keep him longer. Alright, almost there. Sheesh, my claws keep getting bound in the chains. How am I supposed to scale like this? I think Glacier is correct. Upgrading Claw. Yeah, I guess that's the extent of this turn. Still gaining strength from Ritual, which is excellent. Still weak for this turn, and he's already dealing 36. Sheesh. Let's see. I think we definitely want to play Classic Compact. Adapt to block the Ice Orb, and another Pop. Alright, so I am doing a good job at hemorrhaging the bleeding, so to speak. Why are both of my all-for-ones at the very end of my draw pile? Okay. Actually, might be in my best interest to put Vulnerable on the Coolant right here. But I don't know if my claws are scaled up enough. I think I want to claw some more. And that's all I can do for the turn. Alright. 45 damage incoming, but we got null, so we got the weakness that we need. And we have our double block friend. I think we still want to play Hologram into All for One, honestly. Then All for One. No, up Claw. Should have been a Claw. Oh well. I don't imagine her being able to overcome this. This looks like it's pretty solidly a win here. Good fight! And that is an Ascension 10 Defect run. I want to thank everybody who stayed to watch this. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. I'm going to just take a quick break from the stream to edit together a video and go spend some time with my fiance. But it has been good spending time with you all today. And MW, if you are still interested in potentially playing co-op in the future, feel free to join upstream and send me your Steam details. I wouldn't mind playing some co-op. Sounds real fun. Have a good rest of your day, everybody.